Something came to mind after I watched a couple of videos. I guess the major corporations, they try to sell you these miracles in a bottle. I wanted to explain something about headlights, okay? And then I'm going to give you the stark warning about auto parts like thermostats, some belts and stuff. A lot of that stuff's made in Israel. So if you have a need for stuff like that and spark plug wires, which a lot of those are made in Ukraine, you guys better buy it. I'll give you my political statement. I wanted to tell you folks about headlights. Now you see this one has a little bit of moisture inside. It needs new gaskets, and I'm probably actually going to have to buy those. They do sell them. I know several companies. But you see, there is no restoring this headlight, okay? Even though this plastic is great on the outside, most of the damage to these headlights is from the high intensity bulbs in the headlights, okay? So you're not going to restore that. The heat from the bulb makes the plastic break down inside, okay? That's like when you see these fracture cracks, they're normally in the center of your headlight. That's why. Now the solution, okay, and my son's truck is still not done. I'll tell you why then. That's your solution. You just buy new frickin' headlights. Ain't nothing that you're gonna really do. So these miracles, as I explained, I used to bust on Scotty Kilmer when he was a pitchman for Autobone about miracles in a can. They just don't work, folks. I got to put my foot on my camera again, and you guys got to excuse me. So basically your headlights, they decay from the inside out, okay? It's not outside in. Now, a good thing to do when you do buy a new vehicle or a used vehicle that is like new, boy, I'll tell you what, I'm batting 1,000. I'm in a rush to get some grass cut. You see the remnants of my refrigerator cleaning? I still have stuff to put back. You see, you could probably hear that beep beeping across the street. There's a large construction project. And unlike years ago, and unlike they have laws, they used to have laws. My power all summer long, because of this construction project, was going off and on. Sometimes for an hour, sometimes 15, 20 minutes. But what happens is, your refrigerator starts to defrost. Then it turns back on, and it starts freezing that shit in the bottom of your fridge, that the defroster, the automatic defrost cycle, can't do its job. So I'm cleaning tires, I'm cleaning up the remnants of my refrigerator. I think the one I did fix, I might have fixed it. I said might have fixed it. If not, I'm going to be buying refrigerators. And not like I can, but they used to have laws, and they used to post notices when the power would be going off and on. And it shouldn't be going out for an hour at a time. But to me, it's the Chinese conspiracy, okay? Everything I've been warning people around, you see, I removed my hat. I want somebody to send me my Swami hat. We are going to be into it with China and Russia very shortly, the two superpowers. And don't discount North Korea, because as I said, Putin was in North Korea recruiting those little pygmy soldiers. Chucky, don't knock my... We have a new addition then to the family. One of these, you see, these are gremlins, okay? You have something setting on your counter, you know, and it's freshly painted or glued together, and all of a sudden there's a big paw print in it. This is usually your culprit. He likes to screw with everything there is. Say. Oh, now you have nothing to say. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're the guilty culprit. So, get away from my camera. Anyway, Chucky has been the source of more disasters than I have ever encountered in my life. Next video, I'm going to introduce you guys to who I'm calling Three Wheels. The bugs are vicious right now because it's 75 degrees at the end of October, which it hardly ever is, but you guys keep letting them sell you the global warming hoax when they're blowing off all that nuclear ordnance over there, and I should say subatomic ordnance. There's a couple different variations the government doesn't like to touch. Nuclear fissioned ordnance, okay? You see, when I went in, there were big stickers across nuclear fissioned ordnance. Do not touch without your PCP, your personal protective gear, or PPC rather. So anyway, they want to bullshit you now and just call it depleted uranium and bullshit. It ain't depleted. It's live nuclear fissile material. And that's why we have weather, because they're blowing holes right through the atmosphere to sell you the great hoax. So you guys need auto parts. I'm giving you a warning about what's going on right now. Okay, and take that warning to heart. You need spark plug wires, you need thermostat gasket. Um, there's other parts I'm not covering. And then we're into it with China. China is the major manufacturer and exporter of most auto parts today. A lot of reman parts, remanufacture, that comes out of Canada and Mexico and Brazil and Venezuela. I have gotten Venezuelan remanufactured parts, so I'm on a quest to get my tires, my summer tires put away for the truck. Okay, and then I will cover that Offenhauser. I do want to go in depth, because there's a lot before you go out and buy that intake manifold and think you're just going to bolt that on there. And as I said, you think you're just going to bolt that into that truck with your fenders and everything there. Good luck to you. And right now I have a great big giant vacuum leak because my power booster, I noticed the truck had a vacuum leak. But you know what? I've replaced just about everything but the steering wheel on that truck. I mean, the steering wheel, the turn signal switch, and the horn, that's still all pretty much original. Everything else, brakes, rotors, I mean the whole truck. And the drive shafts, that's the only thing I didn't replace. So, anyway, considering we're going to be into World War III, I did work for the State Department. I still do have a lot of friends. I still do have some influence, not much, you know what I mean? I'm retired, okay? Basically, I quit, okay? I'm not getting my ass and my dick in a ringer over there over somebody else's greed. And right now you're seeing Joe Biden for what he is. He's been taking money from China, forcing our industries there. They want you to pay your taxes and bills, but they're shipping all the goddamn good-paying jobs to China. How does that work? You know what? You go up against the judge and you're supposed to pay a bill. You tell them, you know what? They better spend the money here at home and stop, with these criminal politicians. Okay? Politicians don't become criminals. Politicians are usually criminals. They're usually the largest criminals. And the thing is, they can smear butter and shit on things so sweet, you eat it. Just like CNN. People have ate CNN until CNN got called out. Guys like me were calling with this catastrophe. I'm talking to people that are with the CIA, the FBI, the NSA. I know people, okay? And a lot of those guys are quitting. They are getting out, okay? Their families are being threatened. They are being threatened, okay? YouTube is censoring guys like me when I say something YouTube doesn't like. I told those YouTube people, you live on the same blue marble I do. And you want to subject your family to beheading and all this other hostility? Because it's coming to America. There's no doubt. These ladybugs are out of control. I'm being besieged and swarmed by ladybugs. I got to make sure all my windows are shut tight. I came in. I got up this morning and I had a ladybug in my office sitting on my arm, like saying hello. So anyway, they're not flies. They're ladybugs, and there's massive amounts of them. But that's when you have thermonuclear radiation into the air. That's why animals act weird. Whales die, sharks end belly up, your cats are acting neurotic. The animals sense this. They sense that energy in the atmosphere. So don't discount that animals aren't sensitive to it. Our deer back here are acting awfully peculiar. Okay? Trust me, animals are pretty smart compared to humans. They might call them an animal, and the most dangerous animal that's on this planet is the two-legged one, unfortunately. That's the nastiest, dirtiest animal on this planet. Okay, thank you for watching my videos, and heed my auto parts warning and about this stuff. These were basically left here by customers because we tried it and they realized it did not rectify the problem. And when I tell somebody something, usually when you work at it like a backyard mechanic, people, they don't know what your experience level is. And people sometimes don't understand why somebody like me is working as a backyard mechanic. Well, that's simply because I go to a shop, I put an application in, I put my education down, what I can do. Oh, we just can't pay you the kind of money we were looking for. Well, yeah, when you got a snap-on payment, on those new Chinese snap-on tools, and it's equal to a small mortgage, and then you still have bills to pay, or maybe a mortgage and all that other stuff, can't pay you what you're worth. Well, that's what China did to this country. They basically want to level our dollar with the Chinese dollar, or it's war. Well, the American consensus is we're not lowering our standard to a third world country, okay? And that's where we're at with this. All right? Thanks, guys.